what would you say to the Muslim youth? How would you, in this world with the different current pressures and influences on the Muslim youth, what would be your advice, Dr. Hossein Nasr?
We're all concerned with our youth and live in exceptionally difficult times when on the one hand you have really the solution of modernism, which dominated over the world for so long, combined with the weakening of the traditions which resisted those modernistic trends, combined with the destruction of nature and the environment. The youth feel all of these much more than we do. A 10-year-old boy today is not even sure he's going to be alive when 60 years old, what the earth will be like, whether there'll be oxygen for him to breathe or not, in a very difficult existential situation. And the first thing that we can do for the youth is, first of all, to give a positive appraisal of this very passing and brutal nature of the world, that the world is transient, that the spirit is real, to emphasize the spiritual aspect of the human being and of life, of confidence in God, is on the one hand very difficult now to draw the young to traditional religious norms. On the other hand, it's very easy because the world is so much more precarious and dangerous than it was generations of old. It's lost so much of its attraction. That's why so many young people are lost, even those who don't turn to religion, they have nowhere to turn to. And so our role, I think, should be, most of all, to bring out the teachings of Islam in such a way that they're both authentic and pertinent today. I'm against all modernism, as you know. I'm a traditional Muslim. I've written 60 years against this, but I know the modern world. I've studied it. I know a little bit about it. We need to be able to present Islam as the rope that saves in the middle of the storm, but it's in an authentic fashion. The passing fashions of the day that come and go, which so many young people are infatuated with, they're not going to solve anything. So we have two lessons to teach. On the one hand, to show what really the nature of the fads of today are that attract the youth, how passing they are, how insidious they are for the health of our souls and that of our children. And on the other hand, the ever-abiding reality of Islam, which has always been there, and for which the Prophet serves as the perfect model. In the second issue, we have a problem because a lot of people are speaking the name of Islam without really practicing the virtues of Muslims, without really being Islamic. It's much worse than Marxism in a certain sense, which attacks religion. It's much better to attack religion than to try to emulate it as a caricature, making use of its name and its fame and its importance, but distorting it. But we live in such a world. We need more than talk. We need a reality of existence. We need people who can act as examples, from sportsmen to intellectuals, from writers to inventors. In every domain, we need people as models who are devout Muslims, who are dedicated really to the teaching of Islam and the Prophet, who at the same time love their society, love their fellow men, women, and the rest of nature, who are at the same time concerned with what concerns the young.